Hey, what's going on, people? It's Coach Donald here with Global Human Performance. I want to talk to you a little bit about how we think about nutrition and what is a very optimal way of eating. So I want to give you a big example that we use a lot in regards to getting people to get the bodies they want, which in regards to like losing weight and being able to drop fat, a lot of it is about what are the macronutrients that are coming in regards to like your fat, your carb, and your protein content. But a lot of this also boils down when it comes to just losing weight to taking in less calories. So it's taking in less calories and also working out to burn the calories, okay? Your body finds a homeostasis that it likes to be at. And if you work out more, it can lose. But when you change how you eat in regards to eating meals that are lower in the calorie density, that makes a very big difference in how your body shapes. So a pound of fat is about 3,500 calories, which is like, whoa. When you break it down over the course of 7 days, it's generally a calorie deficit of 500 calories a day. Now, one of the best ways to make up that deficit is by changing how we eat, okay, all right? And then working out adds a big bonus because you can work out anywhere, depending on how you're tracking it, what you're doing, anywhere from 200, 500, 600, 700 calories in a workout. So, and potentially more. So how I talk to a lot of our members about here is eating in a plant-based way of eating. Not necessarily going vegetarian or vegan, but you're welcome to do that. But eating in a way where the thought process is vegetable first. What is the vegetable that I'm going to eat? In our Western culture, a lot of the time, especially nowadays, our focus is either on what's our meat or what's our carb. Like, oh my God, I just gotta get some pasta. Or like, ooh, I need some rice on there. And so we're thinking about this processed carb first. Like, I know I have a thing for pancakes, and it's like the pancake. It's another processed white grain. Instead of thinking, what's our plant first, all right? Now, that one shift in thinking leads to making this so much easier. So when we look at a plate, this is our plate of food right here. We want our plate to be halfway filled with vegetables, okay? Why do we want our plate to be halfway filled with vegetables? And the way I want you to think about vegetables are high fiber veggies like broccoli or cauliflower, peppers, things that have skin to them or don't break down very easily in the body. So what happens when you eat those kind of vegetables versus like corn and like peas, which we'll come back to? Well, these things with high fiber contents, they generally break down slower because your body doesn't absorb all the fiber. If any of you have ever gone on like a Raisin Bran binge, you realize that out of all cereals, Raisin Bran's A, pretty filling, and B, you'll tool it a lot because it's it's full of fiber. But what happens is that fiber helps slow down and really help with the digestive process, helps clean your colon out, but also just really helps with not flying straight through your system. So it helps you stay full longer because it sits a little longer than like if you ate a bowl of white rice. And I tell people all the time, you can eat a bowl of white rice every hour of the day and probably never get full. I've done this. Like I've literally done this when I was younger. So the other piece of that is when you have a bunch of clunky vegetables on there, it's also lower in calories. Now, vegetables inherently are low-calorie foods. And so if you get a mix of a food that's high, we didn't talk about the nutrient part of it, but high in vitamins and minerals, high in fiber so you can stay full, and low in calories, you'd think that we're like gung-ho at the vegetable section of the grocery store, right? So that's how we like to do this. And I mean, I roast my vegetables. So every week I have green pepper, red peppers, cauliflower, broccoli, zucchini, and carrots. Like that's like a usual meal prep for me. I'll mix it up here and there, throw some green beans in there, do some Brussels sprouts. And when I go out to eat, I like to go out to eat at places that generally serve a lot of vegetables. I love Mediterranean restaurants because they tend to be very plant heavy. So the other part of this is protein. Now, protein molecules, they take a little while to break down. So the fullness of meat, let's say meat or like beans, tends to be pretty high, all right? It takes a while for your body to break meat down, so it helps you stay full longer. Also, your body is mostly water and protein. So water is the fluid that's all through your body, and protein is how your body functions. So all of the functions and chemical reactions that happen in your body with enzymes and all this jazz, they require protein to function. Outside of the fact that like your muscles are protein. So when you work out and you need to recover from your workout, you need protein to do that. All right, and protein helps with getting a muscle to rebuild stronger. Also, so it's a needed macronutrient because of its role in the body, as well as like it helps you stay full. You see where I'm going with this. So this part right here, we like to think about carb. I'm no anti-carb person. I love carbs. If you're somebody who doesn't work out a lot, you can afford to eat a lower carb, style way of eating. Now, it's not necessarily because scientifically eating lower carbs is really going to help you. It's that the way that we live our lives, it's hard for you to eat mostly carbs and that are not like vegetables. So like straight up vegetables, it's hard to like keep the calorie content low because we love our pastas and our endless bread bowls and things like that. I encourage people to think about eating their carb as a plant. So when I look at this plate of food, everything on there is like the name of it is something I can grow or hunt. All right. So when I think about my carb, I think about eating my carbs as corn, as peas, as sweet potatoes, as beans, as wild rice, or black rice, or brown rice, but you gotta like doctor brown rice up. It's kind of like mint. Wild rice is the black rice in there. It's fire, it's purple, it has a lot of antioxidants in it actually. So I encourage people to think about eating a plant carb. Now, why is that? It keeps your blood sugar from spiking, all right? So you don't hit this boom, boom, crash, right? So we eat white rice, we eat like white bread or like candy, things like that. You get a blood sugar spike because those simple sugars, white rice is still a starch, but it's not a very complex starch. So it will break down relatively fast in your small intestine, and boom, your blood will be uploaded with sugar. So it's like having fast uploading speeds on your computer. Whereas eating a plant carb slows that process down because the actual whole grain, if you're eating a grain or if you're eating like a sweet potato, it has to break down through the fiber in there. It has to break down the starch. And starches are carbs, but they're really like built up carbs. Like they're really stocked up. So it has to break it down. And it takes a while to do that. So that slows down how much sugar's coming in the blood. And it helps you stay full longer. All right. Also, when you're eating like a sweet potato or peas or corn or beans, the actual nutrient profile of that food is significantly better than if you just ate rice, like white rice, or you just ate, bread, or you had pasta. All right, you're getting a lot more nutrients in the body. The more nutrients you can put in the body, the better it's going to function. So when you look at this in totality, it's a way of eating that gets you a lot of nutrients, which allows your body to function better. Your immune system functions better. You're able to have the processes internally in your body function better. You're able to recover from your workouts, get the most out of your training and things like that. So being able to have a plate like this, and if you realize it, if you're eating plant carbs, that actually means that nearly over 2/3 of your plate is a plant, which is a really good way to go about having a plant-first way of eating and getting good protein in there. So we want to be able to, increase our nutrient intake, decrease our calorie load, which is, ding, 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 going to cause you to lose weight, as well as increase our fullness, which helps slow down to control our digestive speed when it's compared to eating a lifestyle eating that's low in vegetables and high in like white carbs, okay? I hope this helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions. This is something that we preach day one and that I like to remind everybody of, all right? Think plant first, vegetable first, then work your way from there. And you will be amazed at how well your body treats you. All right, have a great, awesome day. Peace out.